Shit. Sorry. Hello. I'm live. I think I hit the button and I didn't realize it. Oh my gosh. Okay. That's going to be a great for the recorded version. Can everybody hear me? Hello. Welcome. Mazel tov. Kampai. I'm not getting anything from the few people that are in the chat room at the moment. Let's see if they chime in. Can you hear me? Hello. Oh, the microphone's not doing anything. Hello. Yo. Oh, loud and clear. Okay, good. Hello, hello. Oh, all right. Sometimes that little green gauge goes up and down. We can hear you. Okay, good. All right. Well, then I won't worry about it. Um, so who we got here? We got Colin. We got Mara. We got Pearl, Army, Biscuit, CK. My friend. Oh, Inge. I want to say you're from Sweden, but you might be from Finland, and I don't want to upset you. Tell me where you're from again. I can't remember. But Espo, Tim, good morning, evening. Yes, for me it is 11:32 p.m. on Sunday night, day 8 of Sumo for the Maybach show. And Sweden, yay, I got it right. Okay. Ozzy Osbourne is here. Hello, Ozzy. How are you, mate? Great bus show so far. Yakov is here. Ned, has it been tough? Has it been tough having your name with The Simpsons being on the air in the past 20 years? I would assume that that's made it tough being a Ned. Dudley's here. For me, what do I get? When I first came to Japan and I said my name is Jason, you get a lot of the the kids knew the Jason horror character. I think they know him less now. Um, there's still no really famous Jason, uber famous Jason Bourne. They know a little bit, but that was 10 years ago. So yeah, I think there'd have to be a really famous Jason athlete or something for it to take over. Yeah, that's true, Pearl. How long is The Simpsons? See, I haven't watched The Simpsons in years, but man, I remember those first few seasons. I was glued to that show. Jason Derulo, okay. I've heard of him. I know who he is, but in Japan, I don't think he's a thing. He's a singer, right? African American guy or Canadian. Oh, hi, oh, Carol. Good morning. David says howdy from Albuquerque. Um, Albuquerque, probably most famous if you're my age for the Bugs Bunny cartoons, because he would always say, I should have taken that left turn at Albuquerque. Um, 36 years, Ozzy is saying The Simpsons has been on. Is that true? That can't be true. Are they really in their 36th season? That's insane. Wow. Oh, Jason Momoa, that's true. He's a fairly famous Jason now. Yeah, the Friday the 13th guy, I still get the hockey mask and stuff references. Jason Momoa, yeah. The bully beatdown on MTV2. Biscuit, that's a deep dive, my friend. Even I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, well, I love South Park too. I remember when South Park's, I remember us all huddling around the TV in college and watching South Park. Jason Alexander, okay. He's more my age, right? He's probably even older than I am. Seinfeld actor. So, oh, okay, cool. Welsh Gray says not a huge sumo fan, but he likes to watch the updates on YouTube. So, what's over on Patreon? Well, thanks for asking that question. Patreon is just simply so for years and years and years, I did what I do now, maybe a little less intensely because I felt no huge obligation to be omnipresent every day. But I would tape sumo on my television here in Japan. I've lived here since 2004, and I would just put it up on MTV. I would put it up on YouTube, and sometimes I just tape my favorite wrestler or whoever was in the lead, and I'd put up 2 or 3 videos, and it just kind of grew and grew. And then NHK finally, they left me alone because for forever when I was doing that, I never tried to put ads on the videos. So I wasn't making any money on YouTube. And they kind of left me alone. Some other channels kind of came and went. And finally, they were just like, no, we want to have our own YouTube presence. So we're going to copyright strike you. And they just, they canceled my original channel. And that happened 3 years ago now, maybe. So I pivoted, started a new channel, which is the one you're watching now, and started to use the internet version of Sumo called on Abema here in Japan. And they eventually caught up to me and gave me a few strikes. And I'm like, well, I don't want this channel to go away too. So I just stopped. And I thought about it. And I said, okay, well, I'll move over to this site I've heard of called Patreon. And over on Patreon, you can do all kinds of things and connect with your audience, the people that like your stuff, and you can give perks and you can do this and that. So what I decided to do was at the absolute minimum price they would allow me to charge, because I would still do it for free, but they say you have to charge at least $1 to be a member. So I charge $1, and for that fee, there's now a paywall between the videos and the public. And NHK seemed to be okay with that, or they just don't care anymore because the number's so small. And so all my video coverage that used to be here is now over on Patreon. And because people are now paying, I feel an obligation to be a little bit more what's the word? I'm trying to think of English. But just a little bit more consistent, maybe, and not say, oh, I'll just do it tomorrow, or oh, I'm too tired today. And I pretty much post every day, and I post multiple videos every day, and it's not huge quality, and it's not, cutting edge tech. People have told me years and years and years, for years and years and years, oh, why don't you do it this way, or why don't you download the feed onto your computer and then you can edit it and do this. No, it's just simple. I point my iPad at my television, I hit a button, I talk from behind the camera while the video is happening a little bit. And the videos, I usually tape one match at a time. I have a 10-minute limit on Patreon. So maybe I put in 2 matches, hit the stop button, take that over to my computer, put it on my laptop, on my desktop, and then upload it to Patreon. I really want it to be that simple, because, I do have a regular day job. This is just a hobby, but now it's kind of taken on a life of its own, and people really rely on it. And I think a lot of people were really upset when my original channel went down. I had almost 70,000 subscribers when the original channel left. And obviously free is better than $1. I get that. And some people certainly watched my channel, especially with the rise of Tochinoshin, who probably English isn't their native language. So maybe they don't understand what's happened in the past few years because they don't understand English, or they don't have a credit card, or whatever. They haven't followed me over to Patreon. And, that's fine. But if you do sign up for 1 year, they even give you 10% off. So it's not even $1 a month. It's like 80 cents a month, which I know there's lots of people that want your money, Netflix and Disney Plus and this company and that company. But if you're a sumo fan, I still feel like it's a good way to watch sumo, because you get a good community that's here right now. How many people we got in here? We got 48 people in here that are want to talk about sumo, and they followed me over there. I think I've got about 600 paid members now over on Patreon. And so, I feel like those people are dedicated. They want to see the sumo, and they don't mind me talking. Some people, I'm sure, turn on YouTube would maybe turn the sound down or just go to the Tachiai. A lot of you wish that I would do edited compilations like Nato Sumo, and I just don't have time to do that. He was so good at that. I felt like we coexisted on YouTube when we were both there. And there's another guy that's a snooty British guy that does stuff on YouTube, and he lives in Tokyo and can speak Japanese, and that's great. I think there's plenty of room for all of us. to be on, used to be on YouTube and to cover sumo for the foreign fans who really don't have something that's immediate and aimed at them and easily accessible. So that was a very long-winded answer to your question, but thank you for asking. So go over to Patreon, check it out. The link will be down in the description. I'll show it in a moment on screen but if you just type in Sumo Jason, you'll see it. It's easily findable. And if you're in for it, just try it for a month for $1. You can always cancel, So there you go. Yeah, the fact that I could go back to using the NHK coverage on Patreon is wonderful because you get the English play-by-play guys like Murray and Ross and Hiro, Raja. You get the better angles, the HD quality, much better than Abema. So yeah, I mean, I hope it lasts. I mean, I know I'll be here in Japan until March of 2026. And, I've lived here now for just over 20 years, and I am seriously thinking about leaving in the next few years. I know I've said that a few times. You're probably, yeah. But so eventually it's going to happen, guys. So eventually the channel will go away. But while I'm here, I'll keep it going. And that's my pledge. Hello. So Jay Mug Arthurs, and he has a little badge by his name. That means he's a channel member here on YouTube. So thank you for doing that. That's another way you can support it. Welsh Gray, you're welcome for the answer. Let's see. Yeah. The other thing you can do, Welsh, is like I said, you can pay $1 and just for 1 month and just watch, full bus show. Maybe it might take you a little while to get, maybe it's 100 videos, but you could just say, oh, what happened in the March bus show when Hoshoru became Yokozuna or something like that. And you could just watch a whole thing like that. Yeah, the old channel was great. Jacob, hello. Dudley, hello. David is here. Thank you. Thank you for being part of the community, David. Nato is still around. Good. Yeah, I know he gets struck and moves around, and he plays this cat and mouse game with NHK all the time. But he is really talented. I used to use his stuff. If I missed a day of sumo or my DVR malfunctioned or something, I would always watch his summaries because the NHK World one is so late to the game that it was nice to have his stuff up. He was so instant. Yeah, I think Almighty Om says that the commentary helps. I think I am the gateway drug for many people. Have told me over the years to get them into sumo. Oh, I'm back. Okay, there we go. The gateway drug people are able to kind of like get in. There's a lot of jargon, slang, words in sumo that you kind of have to acclimate to, and so having someone who can just sort of talk you through it. I don't necessarily speak to my audience, if I want to call it that, when I'm making the videos daily, like you're all beginners, but it's every now and then I do explain a term or talk about a kimarite, like maybe it's the first time you've heard of it, and I'll explain. Right now the big thing is how do you become an ozeki because Daisho's trying to do it, or how do you become a yokozuna because obviously Onosato wants to get promotion. And so I'll remember that not everybody's been watching for years and years. I do sometimes, I think, reference sumo wrestlers from my past, like the man behind me is now retired, but he was my favorite wrestler. His name is Okinoumi, and he was from the prefecture I first lived in called Shimane Prefecture. So I rooted for him out of local favoritism, and then I just sort of just enjoyed his sumo a lot. And he's now an oyakata and not even active anymore, but I still have his poster up. Okay, Yeah, Don Don Sumo's kind of taking over and doing well. I'm glad that they haven't struck him down, but he's doing something very transformative with the material, taking the matches, breaking them down, slowing them down. He's not just doing a here's everything that happened on the day, and but he still is pretty timely, right? He comes out 3 or 4 hours after the bus show ends. He's got that edited little video up, one for Jurio, one for the top division, and yeah, I love his stuff. It's really good. So yeah, if you're new and then you become passionate, you probably would then get tired of me because you'd be like, "Yeah, yeah, Jason, we know." Or some people complain that all I ever do is just say, "Well, this guy has a 5-2 record, and this guy has a 4-3 record, and this guy is a Mega Sure 7," and But I feel like maybe part of your sumo is ASMR. You just want to turn your brain off and just watch and just kind of let it just wash over you, and you get to see a bunch of matches in a row. And I don't know. But it's been going for, I think the channel started in 2010. So I've been doing this for a while. And most people seem to enjoy it. So I'm really glad about that. Yeah. I don't know what's happened to some of the, like Kin Tamiyama was went somewhere else for a while. There was some OG sumo people. And some things just haven't really gone back after COVID, which is a shame. I used to have a friend of the channel, John Gunning, and he used to be one of the play-by-play guys. He's from Ireland, and he had his own whole sumo thing going on. And then they kind of got rid of the second person in the booth on the NHK side, so he hasn't really come back on the scene in a big way. And now they're finally trying to branch out. They're going to London in October. They're going to Paris next summer. So that's good. They are making some strides to embrace the international fans. But I don't think Sumo Primetime is doing what it should be doing, which is offering the NHK World highlights, type of show on YouTube in a timely manner, in addition to Hiro going behind the scenes and interviewing Rikshi and other things like that. Okay. Somebody says Kin Tamiyama is still active. There are live streams. There's a guy that live streams on here that I see every now and then. I'm sure on Kick or Twitch or I don't really. I'm 55, guys. I don't know about all these new platforms and everything. But I think there's plenty of ways now to get sumo. When I was doing it in 2012, there was like me, and if you didn't speak Japanese, there's a lot of sumo content on YouTube. I don't know that if it gets struck or not in Japanese. If you can find your favorite wrestler and learn how to type their name in, or just cut and paste it and then save it and put that into the search bar in YouTube, you can watch a lot of stuff. But it would, you just, when you're listening, it would all be in Japanese. I'm not going to be going to London, Jess. Yeah, it's just not going to work out. The tickets went so fast, I didn't even have a chance. So I just don't think it's going to work out unless something really changes. I'm not going to say no 100%, but it's no 85% probably at this point. Mainly because the cost of flying, the fact that I need 2 tickets on the airplane because I really don't want to be squished right next to somebody. I hate that, and it's not fair to them. And the fact that I could only really go for about a week to 8-9 days, maybe, because I couldn't take that much time off of school at that time. And it's just hard. It would be hard to go there and see all my relatives and then get to go to sumo and everything, and then really have to it'd feel like an instant and then come back. But I'm not going to say no for 100%. Who knows? Maybe PewDiePie, who feels like it. He lives in Japan now, by the way. If you don't know who PewDiePie is, I'm not going to explain it, but he feels like he flies back and forth to Finland and all over the place, like on a private jet or something. I don't know. So if he wants to take me to England with him, I will certainly go. Mr. Ruiz is watching from LA. Hello, hello. I hope you weren't affected by the fires. I obviously stay connected to LA because of the Dodgers now. I watch all the Shohei Ohtani highlights on YouTube pretty much all the time. So, and of course, my sister and niece are in San Diego. Yeah, London was super expensive, but I would have paid it. I mean, it's kind of a one-off time chance. But uh, I even heard that it's hard to like resell the tickets, or like if somebody couldn't go and they wanted to offer me their tickets, because like you have to put your name on the ticket, or like they have ways of stopping you from just selling them. But anyway, that's yeah, it's kind of, it's a shame because yeah, I would try to maybe get tickets still, because originally I wanted to just buy a pair to give away as a prize. And people are like, well, you can't do that, Jason, because you can't buy a pair and then give them to someone. It doesn't work like that. I don't know. How much do I weigh, Shamo? I weigh a lot. I weigh over 150 kg, and I'm 181 centimeters. So I'm fairly big human. And yeah, when I go on the bullet train, I buy 2 tickets. When I fly to America, I buy 2 tickets. It's just something I do out of courtesy to the person sitting next to me. Army says you're going to be in Japan in July. Good. It's going to be really hot. So just know that. And I know people don't take my word for it all the time, but you really don't know what it's like until you get here. And then it's just bad. It's humid and there's no escape, and you're going to need a sweat towel. So maybe if you want, buy one of the sumo ones because you're going to need it. All right. Yeah. Wizzy Yang asks the sumo question. So let's get to the sumo. It's been 22 minutes. Let's talk about, hey, Trucker. Oh, Trucker's been a member of my channel for 21 months. Thank you, Trucker. That's very nice of you. Who is going to be Ozeki next? Wiz Yang asks, Daisho or Wakataka Kage? I think Daisho is going to get it. I don't think he's going to get his 13 this tournament. But I think he's going to get 11 or 12. And that will set him up for next tournament, and he'll have another push. Wakataka Kage probably will get it in the next year. Like by the May Basho of 2026, I think he will become an Ozeki. Because he's wrestling really well this Basho. So I think they're both destined to become Ozeki. But I think Daisho will get it first. That's my prediction. Kumamon says good morning from Reno, Nevada. Hello, hello. But Mr. Ruiz disagrees with me. He thinks Waka will get it first. It says Ozzy says you can't do that with the Albert Hall. The tickets for the sumo, they have to be turned into the box office and resold. Yeah. So Scott says aloha. Scott, I think, is our crazy person that gets up super early in Hawaii and watches us from the island. So good morning to you, Scott. What time is it right now in California? Did you guys do daylight savings or something? Somebody tell me. Do I know Neurotic? Yes, he's the guy with the little glasses, and he talks about comics and movies and stuff. I've seen his channel a few times. He's a little too right wing for me, but I enjoy sometimes when he has big panels and he has many people on, and you get a bunch of different opinions. Aonishiki and Kusino are the next Ozeki. Well, I think they have Ozeki in their future. I don't think they're going to get there before Daisho and maybe Wakataka Kage, though. Yeah, Tim is saying he was in Tokyo last July, incredibly hot. It's just because they just lack central air conditioning in a lot of places. That's the main thing. Or it's turned on, but just barely enough, especially if you're a large Western person. And it's just, yeah, and it's just hot outside, and it's not the heat, it's the heat plus the humidity. And trust me, I've lived here long enough. It's bad. Balanced life, that's hard to say. He's asking how high Aonishiki will go. He is looking great. I don't think he's too small. he's I mean, for his first two tournaments, you got to remember his very first tournament he went 11-4, and this tournament he's only got one loss, two losses so far. So he's probably going to get double-digit wins again, and that's a great start. So it's really hard to say. Somebody was comparing him on my Patreon when I was talking about him today to Tochinoshin, and they think he's going to have that kind of career. And Tochinoshin, of course, went as high as Ozeki. So yeah, I could see it happening. So it's about 8 a.m. Okay, good. So it's not super, super early for you San Diego folk or California West Coast folk. So I think maybe it used to be an hour earlier, but maybe now it's what it is. So that means 8, 9, 10, 11. So it's almost 11 a.m. in East Coast New York. So that's not bad. And then Europe people. Do we have anybody here from like Australia, New Zealand? You're ahead of me. Will Onosato get Yokozuna Sublime Mask? Yeah, absolutely. There's no doubt about it. It's not an if, it's a when, right? And I think he's going to get this Basho. Hoshoryu was going to fight hard, but Hoshoryu, you got to remember, right now is 2 wins off. So he's got to beat Onosato when they finally meet, which is either be day 14 or 15. My guess is day 15. But if that happens and it's the last match on the last day, somebody has to have beaten Onosato before that day, or he has to lose, to be able to allow Hoshoryu to give him a second loss to then force the playoff. So it's kind of out of Hoshoryu's hands at this moment. And well, let's just jump in. I'm going to share my screen, and we'll talk about what happened here. All right. So I always make sure that this is still working. I'll take a drink here. All right. So there is my tab. And I'm just going to go back over and make sure. Can everyone see it's working? Yes. All right, good. Okay, so let's go back over. So, actually, we'll start with absent. I don't think anybody pulled out. Nope. Okay, so start down in Jurio. And I can't see the chat right now because I'm in the other screen mode. So, oops, up here. So just be patient if you're in the chat shouting at me. I'll check back in from time to time. I had a few Jurio matches up on the Patreon today, and we'll look at that. We looked at Mudaho, who is Oho's brother. Tohakiru was in the 1-loss group, but he lost today to go to 6-2. I showed Mita's match just because he's a brand new guy and had been doing well, although he lost today. Oshomi got the win to go to 6-2. And then I showed Nabatame. I guess I was bad luck for everybody. Everybody I'm showing lost today. He went to 5-3 and was beaten by Shiden. Kotoeho was part of that video, and he went to 5-3. And then I had the last match up on the channel, Waka Ikari versus Kusano, and Kusano all alone now on the leaderboard. He got another win today, go to 7-1. So he will go for his Kachikochi tomorrow on day 9. All right, check back in with the chat for a second here. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, they're just having their own discussion. Shamo, do you mean a junior show where he's like the runner-up and he's 12-3? Maybe, but maybe not. I think they want him to win the U show. If he was a runner-up, well, how could he? I don't think there's anybody else. Yeah, I don't think so, but we'll see. Buddha's in the house. I'll talk more about Buddha's book in a minute. Let's see. Yeah, it'd be the first Japanese-born Yokozuna in many years, and really, in the whole time I've been watching, there's only been one, and that's 20 years worth of sumo, and it was Kiseno Sato, and he was only Yokozuna for like 8 basho. So the Japanese fans have really had a long, long drought of no Japanese-born Yokozuna, because Kiseno Sato only won, I think he only won 1 basho as a Yokozuna. And yeah, it's long been a dream of theirs to have somebody good. Okay. Let's jump back over. Okay, so let's jump up to the top division. Makuuchi for day 8. This is Sunday. Tamashoho got a win over Nishikigi. He really needs those wins down at M17. Roga, who's on my team, another strong win for him. Go to 6-2. The new guy, Tochi Taikai at M18 now, is in a little bit of a danger here, 3-5. He's got to get a bunch of wins. Kaya went to 4-4 by beating Toki Hayate. Asakuru looking strong this tournament at 6-2. Tommy Fuji not getting a win over Shonana Umi. Endo going to 5-3 over Ryuden. Shishi still, basically he was 1-6, and Koto Shoho was 1-6. If you think of this number like that, and Koto Shoho was the winner to go to basically 2-6, and Shishi's now 1-7. Shodai got a win over Takanosho. The big match probably was this one in the first half. Haku Oho taking on Meisei, and it was close at the edge, but Meisei was the winner. You can see it in the replay, and he went to 5-3. So that's Haku Oho's first loss. He's now 7-1. But if he bounces back tomorrow on day 9, he'll get his Kachikoshi. Midori Fuji, unfortunately for you fans of Midori Fuji, 0-8, Makekoshi record for him on the first possible day. So that's a sad May Basho for him. We'll see if he can get any wins going for the rest of the time. Ao Nishiki, though, we were talking about him earlier. Very powerful performance so far. 7-1 now, beating Tobizaru today. Ura just can't buy a win. He lost to Onokatsu today. Kim Bozan improving to 6-2 over Chiyoshoma. Ichi Yamamoto 4-4 beating Chirana Umi. Wakamoto Haru 3-5 now by beating Gonoyama. Then we get into the Sanyaku. Takayasu probably will not still be Komusubi in July. He's now at 2-6 after losing to Abi today. Wakataka Kage, the other Komusubi, though, having a fantastic tournament at 7-1, beating Oho, who has just collapsed with 5 straight losses since his first 3 days. Both men at 5-2, Daisho and Kirishima Sekewake clash, and Daisho was the winner, so he is doing what he needs to do. If he wins out, can he beat Onosato and Hoshoru and Kotozakura? That's the big question. Onosato's remaining perfect, 8-0, got his Kachikoshi. He beat Hirada Umi with no problem at all today. Kotozakura, a 5th win, so bouncing back from what looked like a very underwhelming beginning, but doing fine. He beat Tamawashi, and Hoshoru taking care of Takeda Fuji with relative ease. Takeda Fuji tried to pull a Henka, and Hoshoru was able to react fine to it and get the win to go to 6-2. All right, let me go back over and read comments. Yeah, Ozzy, he'll be in. Kusano will definitely get his Kachikoshi, probably win the Yusho again, and he will jump up to Low Maegashira for the July tournament. So it'll be interesting to see how he does down there. Yeah, Hakuoho is looking good. So should bolt up to like maybe Maegashira 1 or 2, depending on how many wins he can get. Yeah, that's an interesting strategy, Biscuit. I don't know that he would do that, but he might show up, wrestle for a few days, and then pull out if he's not doing well. Yeah, he's got to do his Shishi's got to do his tiger hands. He still does one sometimes, just on the side, like a little bit when he's waiting to hit him down on the Shikiri-sen. Shishi is injured, I'm afraid. Yeah, he might be. Maybe he's got it. Doesn't he have one of his thighs really taped up? Oh, you were finishing the videos over on Patreon, Bruce. Thank you for watching. No, I think Buddha. I think Anon is speculating that Shishi might be injured, not saying that he is. Can you update on Asanoyama? Samantha asks. I absolutely will. Let me jump back over in a second when I get caught up on comments here, and we will look at Asanoyama. He is Makushita 14, Enho 2-2. Yeah, that's a little sad. I hope he gets his Kachikoshi, but he won't have enough to get up to Jurio in July. I'll have to wait until September. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, I think I'm pretty caught up. Let me jump back over. So Samantha asked to see where let's see. Let's go to tournament records and we'll go to Makushita. And then we can kind of just go down here. Hokuto Fuji retired. I think most of you know that by now. I mentioned that in one of my videos and showed a little bit of the footage of his retirement interview. So I think somebody said he's at MS14. There's Enho, 2 wins and now 2 losses. So you can still get Kachikoshi, but he'll probably just go up to like MS3 or 4, depending on if it's a 5-2 or a 4-3. And then he'll have to wait one more to go up to Jurio. All right, there's Asanoyama. So he did lose on his second match, but he's won the next 2. He won today. So he's 3-1. And the same thing down at Makushita 14. He's not going to be up in Jurio in July, no matter what, even if he goes 6-1. But he'll go up to higher Makushita. And then if he has a really good July, he could be in Jurio in September. So that'd be kind of a kick to see both him and Enho back in the Jurio division. Okay. So let's look at the leaders. So all alone at the top of the leaderboard, Ono Sato, no huge surprise there. Got his Kachikoshi on the very first available day. Then we've got Wakataka Kage, M7, Haku Oho, and an M9, Ao Nishiki in the one-off the pace group with 7-1. So we'll see how many of the 3 of those guys get their Kachikoshi tomorrow. And we'll look in a minute at who they're fighting on day 9. Jurio has just the 1 leader, Kusano. And now we've whittled the 2-loss group down to just 2 guys, Oshomi and Tohakuru, who was at 1 loss but lost today. So there you go. And then we've got the other leaders down in the other divisions. Okay. Jump back over, just making sure I'm not blacking out or anything. Oh, somebody says Abi maybe hurt himself. I thought that Oho had hurt his finger. He did have some tape on it, but maybe it just dislocated. That's the word I was looking for on the. If you watch my Patreon video today, I was like, did he jam it? Did he do that? I couldn't remember the word dislocate. Right. Yeah, Samantha, it'd be really fun to have them back, and of course, they're both powerful Rikishi in very different ways, but and just fun to have them back. Some familiar names back in the Jurio division. Jose, hello and welcome. Ohio gozaimasu to you, depending on where you are in the world. I guess it's technically morning here in Japan now. It's just past midnight at 12:09 a.m. All right. Hi. So let's jump back over to the board here and look at day 9. See what we got happening on Monday. We'll start down in Jurio. So Tohakuru versus Mudaho, that's kind of a fun matchup. 2 high, good records going against each other. Namatame versus Kotoeho. Namatame looked terrible today, but I know he's a favorite amongst many as an up-and-comer. Kotoeho, who's Koto Shoho's brother, looked good today. And now he's 5-3 as well. Tomokaze doing pretty well at Jurio 7. Waki Ikari tries to bounce back from his loss to Kusano today, and he'll fight Fuji Seiyun tomorrow. Kusano has Hitoshi in the second to last match, and then the final match is Nishiki Fuji versus Matake Umi, 4-4 versus 3-5. So really, all eyes are on this man to see is he going to win back-to-back Jurio championships. Alrighty, jumping up to the top division. Let's see what we got. Asakoru 6-2 against Ryuden. Roga versus Tommy Fuji. That should be a fun one. Haku Oho has Shodai tomorrow. All right. Let's see. Kimbo's on Oshoma. Aonishiki at M9 has Chiyoshoma at M5, but Chiyoshoma's at 2 and 6. Aonishiki's just got to watch out for the Henka from Chiyoshoma. 3 and 5 Wakamoto Haru against 3 and 5 Oho, both M1. So that's kind of an interesting battle. And then we get into the top ranks. Wakataka Kage has Abi. I think Wakataka Kage should win that. Takeda Fuji versus Kirishima. I think the bloom is off the rose a little bit with Takeda Fuji now that he's having to fight the really strong guys at the top. He's not getting the wins and not looking quite as powerful as he did when he won that Basho about a year ago. But still a powerful opponent. But I think Kirishima will get that win. Daisho should be able to take care of Tamawashi, who's just a little out of sorts this Basho and at 2 and 6 right now. Same with Takayasu, he had such a great March, and now his May is kind of crumbling. Kotozakura should get that win. I mean, unless he pulls some weird shenanigans, I can't imagine Onosato losing to Ura tomorrow. But the crowd will go crazy if that happens. And then Hoshoru has Ichi Yamamoto in the final match of the day. So the two top guns both have Maegashira ranked wrestlers, and Kotozakura has kind of a weak Komusubi. All right. Dun, dun, dun. Right. Over on Patreon, just so you can kind of see, here's the collection. So I number the videos now. So we start with 8.1. That's day 8, first video. Some Jurio matches. Then the final Jurio match with Kusuno. There he is without his Chonmage yet. Then I jumped up into the Haku Oho match. And then some of these, like here's both Komusubi matches in one video. That's why it's 9 minutes as opposed to 4 minutes here. And then Aonishiki, got Daisho, Onosato, Kotozakura, and of course the final match of the day. And so go over there and check out the Patreon. And like I said, it's at what is it? Sumo. Let me just make sure. Sumo Jason, Patreon Sumo Jason. And you can kind of just scroll down. Now, I told people in the match yesterday with Kotozakura to leave some comments. So let's scroll some comments here and see what you guys said when I said, will he become a Yokozuna? Kotozakura, I just said, leave a comment that says, yes, he will, or no, he won't. So James followed instructions. Thank you, James. No, he won't. No, he won't. I think he could. I don't see it. I don't see it. No, he won't. Nope. No, he won't. Yes, he will. No, he does not have Yokozuna Sumo. So, yes, he will. Okay, no, he won't. Yep. No, he won't. No, he won't. Probably eventually, but he isn't ready. No. A very sad no from me. Like a Takake show, he'll hang around Ozeki for a few years. He may win one or more Yusho, and then he'll either fall down to the rank and file or retire as an Ozeki. I think King Rama, I'm going to heart that. I think that's a pretty good look at it. I'll ask you guys here in the chat, what do you think? Kotozakura, will he be a Yokozuna one day? So looks like most of the people over on Patreon, when I ask them that question, feel like he probably will not become a Yokozuna, that the Ozeki is the highest he'll ever get. Yeah, they showed some footage of Takake show. He's lost a lot of weight. I've heard about 50, 60 kilos, maybe almost 100 pounds. Or that'd be, if it's 50 kilos, that's more than 100 pounds, right? Dun, 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 dun. He will be an Oyakata, Mr. Ruiz. Yeah. Mug says no, he's not going to be an Oyakata. Really? Oh, you're answering no, Mug, to the question I asked if Kotozakura is going to become a Yokozuna. Sorry, I thought you were you're answering Mr. Ruiz's question. Yes, I believe he will be an Oyakata. He's got an Oyakata name. I forget what it is, but you can look it up if you go to the Sumo website. And yeah, he. I don't know if he's gonna have his own stable or if he's gonna stay where he is now. But yep, I'm pretty sure he's got elder stock and he's gonna stay in the Sumo Association, which is why right now they're showing footage of him in the the windbreaker, the blue windbreaker, and working security, and everybody's just amazed when the camera clicks on him because he has lost a ton of weight. So in pretty short order, like 8 months, right, since he retired. Uh, yeah, the Takakeisho comparison, Espo agrees with that. Uh, yeah, yeah. I mean, it is interesting. We've maintained at least one Yokozuna. Yeah, Gagamaru did really well. Even there was a Russian. Was he Russian? There was one guy, super big, super big, like 400 pounds or bigger, like 200 kilos, which is way more than 440 pounds, something like that. He retired and then he moved back to Russia or wherever he was from. It might have been Georgia or somewhere else. I can't remember. He was not Japanese, and he was not Mongolian. And he, yeah, just went about regaining his life and working out. And oh, I wish I could remember his name off the top of my head. Was it Yamamoto Yama or something like that? Like Mountain Village Mountain or something? Anyway, and he's, yeah, slowly lost the weight and looks a lot better and things like that. Um, okay, good. Takakeisho is now Minatagawa Oyakata. Good. Thank you for looking that up, somebody. Belarus, maybe. Yeah. Yeah. Aurora, thank you, Anand. Good pull. That is the name. Yeah. No, it wasn't Baruto. He's from Estonia. I know Baruto. He never made it into the top division, but he was a big guy. And yeah, he's slowly losing the weight. So Google him later. Orora, Aurora. And yeah, he's trying his best. So good luck to him. Okay. So I wanted to show you, how do I share this? It's not coming up. Hold on. Window. Yeah, here we go. Okay, well, so I guess I should preface before I share. So see the shirt I'm wearing now? One of my shirts. You can buy it at my shop, Sumo Yokozuna, black shirt. It's got writing on the back about sumo. I'll turn all the way around. I don't know if you can see it. But this is one of the very first shirts I ever made and put on sale when somebody said, "Hey, you should sell merch." And so 635 pounds per Wikipedia. Oh my gosh. Um, that's crazy. So I was just looking at some pictures, and my dad passed away a number of years ago, and I still have some photos of him that cycle through. And I was wearing this shirt today, and it came up on my wallpaper on my desktop. And this is the picture. I'm going to share it. Let's see, window, photos. And so there I am wearing the shirt. This is my dad was still alive. This is 2014. So I was on vacation from my university job, and this is my cousin. She married, she's from Malaysia, and she married my British cousin Colin. And they were visiting, and we took my dad out. At that point, he was in a wheelchair, to the mall and to lunch. And so I've had this shirt now for at least 11 years. And I think there's another picture of me with it. Here's him and I way back in 2009 when he was a little bit more ganky, and we're in our Chargers stuff from when they were in San Diego. And one of the things here's me wearing it. Oh, that's the same lunch. That's just a picture of us. So he used to love to go to the casino. So this is me taking him to the casino one day. That was in 2018 when I visited, and he passed away in 2020. So and then here is me and him and my little brother on the day I graduated high school in 1987. Wow, I was that young once. But anyway, so I just thought it was funny because the question I'll ask you guys is, do you have shirts like this that you've had for? I mean, it's still a good shirt. It's still black. It doesn't look bad. There's no cracking on the thing. Uh, so I still wear this, and people still comment on it, and yeah, I don't know. I don't really think sometimes when I go in my closet, probably because I'm not married and I don't have a wife that's saying like, "You throw that shirt away, it's so old." I just wear if they still fit, I keep wearing them. So there you go. Tube Wings. Oh my gosh, Tube Wings is bringing the info in. Yes, Hakuho did serve as a security guard. Absolutely. Yeah, they all have to when they retire, right? That's true, Buddha. Oh, Buddha, I was going to talk about you. Oh, and I was going to show cards. That's the other thing I'm going to do. We're going to wrap it up here fairly soon. Thank you to everybody. So here is Buddha's book. I think I got lucky and got a hardcover. The one that he sent me the link for on Amazon is a soft cover, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, Buddha, or you can get it on Kindle. So that's an easy way to check it out. And I'll probably read this and then give it away as a prize. So pay it forward because he sent it to me. Although he did sign it to me, so I do feel some obligation to keep it. But yeah, I wouldn't mind, passing it along to somebody else so they can read it. But yeah, I'll leave a link down in the description to the Amazon link. And correct me if I'm wrong, Buddha, but it actually doesn't go on sale until June. So if I don't know if Kindle's immediate, and then if you want an actual physical copy, that's June. But anyway, I look forward to checking it out, and I like that some of our members are creative and doing things with sumo. That's fun. So, oh, he's saying I can keep that. I'll donate a book for a prize. Okay, cool. All right. So when the prizes come around, I'll mention this, and then if somebody wants it, you'll get it direct from the author. How's that? That's pretty good. Not from me. Okay, so that's good. It'll save me one stamp. June 3rd. Good. Okay. And an audio version. Okay, cool. Okay, it's being recorded now. Sweet. I know that's the way to a lot of people. Ned says he still has a Star Wars shirt from 1978. Well, Ned, can you still wear the Star Wars shirt from 1970? I was 9. And I have a picture of me in an awesome C-3PO Star Wars shirt, vintage, right from, off the rack from when I went and saw the movie when I was 8. But I would not still be able to fit in that shirt. But anyway, Trucker, oh, thank you for saying I had my dad smile. He was a great guy. I miss my dad a lot. He really took care of his family, and I respect that so much now as an older person than I probably did when I should have as a younger person. Okay, so the other thing is I wanted to just show you really quick. I did open the new sumo cards, and I'm going to do a full unboxing of a brand new box. But I just thought I would share with you a few of the cards. So I'm missing about 9 cards for a complete set. I did not get any special cards. So the top card is, you can see that, Hoshoru. He's the number 1 card because Terunofuji's gone. There's the Onosato card, for example, and the backs look like this. And these just came out this week. I'm in Japan, so obviously there's some cards that have little sparkles on them. This is something new they're doing. I don't know if you're going to be able to see that. See how it sparkles there? Oh, there you go. So who was that? That was Wakamoto Haru. And you get one of those per pack, so 20 per box. And I didn't get any doubles. So my copy of my Takayasu card is a sparkly one. And there are autograph cards and treasure cards. I didn't get anything special like that. There's a fun subset called Smile. And my Koto Zakura Smile is a sparkly. There's Daisho smiling. Then this kind of fun subset that Tommy Fuji is awesome. Then there's this fun subset called like my favorite, and it's like what do you like to do? Like this guy likes to do crochet. Uh, uh, this is Ichi Yamamoto. That's right. He's a huge fan of Wakataka Kage and has all this Wakataka Kage merch in his room at the Heya. And then one guy's really into karaoke. That's Takayasu, and so on and so forth. So that's kind of fun. One guy can really play the piano well. Tomokaze is like a really good pianist. So that's kind of fun. Couple pictures of Hoshoru's promotion to Yokozuna. And then we get a couple of the judges. There's Shikimori Inosuke, and then a little subset at the end of Terunofuji's rise and career because he retired. And it's only an 81 card set this time, so a little. Usually it's 90, but they fluctuate. So this one's 9 cards less. It's 81, and so 6 cards per pack, 20 packs per box. And like I said, I'm going to give away a box as a prize for the contest, and open a box on camera, and hopefully that'll complete my set. Maybe I'll get lucky and pull, and then if I get a second set, I can give that away kind of just as a set instead of opening packs. So anyway, okay, last chance for some questions and stuff before I shuffle off to bed. It's already 12:30. I got to get up for work on Monday morning. I teach 11th graders, a double period. I also have my 7th graders and 8th graders on Monday. So I have to be Genki and ready to go for the young guys and gals, the much more mellow. I only have 5 students in my 11th grade history class because they really have to be focused on the IB program and want to do history in English. So the numbers dwindle. But I actually have 10 in my 12th grade class. So it just fluctuates. But in my 7th grade class, I have 25 students. So that's kind of a normal number. Maybe that's even low by American or European numbers. I know I used to teach some English classes in my public school that would have 35 to 40 in Japan. So having 25, I guess, it feels big to me, but maybe it's not even that big. Did you ever make any videos about how you ended up as a teacher in Japan? Oh, many times. So some of you asked this. I said I would make my cruise video and put it. My other channel is called My Argonauts on YouTube. So if you look up My Argonauts, you really do have to like be nice because they're old videos. They're like from 2007, 2008, but that's where my sumo videos started. But that's the other channel. I've left it up. It still exists. And there are definitely videos on there where I talk about getting into the JET program, why I wanted to come to Japan, and things like that. Oh man, yeah. That if I taught a big lecture like that, that would be crazy. But I like the small classes because you can really have discussions and get to know the students and have, I think, better interactions. So yeah, I like my job a lot, but it's definitely a full-time job. So doing that and sumo, these 2 weeks when the basho is happening, it feels like I'm just going from 6 a.m. to midnight every day. But I appreciate you guys coming by, looking at the Sumo Summary Show with me for day 8. We didn't check the standings, but that's okay. You can go check where you are. I think I dropped a place. I think I only got 3 wins today. Roga, Aonishiki, and Onosato won for me on my team, but Kirishima lost, Takerufuji lost, and Haku Oho lost for the very first time. So, yeah. But still, there's a lot of people tied for first, a lot of people tied for second. So good luck in the contest for the second week. Woo. I feel like, something fell off my table here. I feel like the second week should be pretty exciting, and I think the end will be very exciting, and it could be where like Onosato's going for Zensho Yusho, a perfect 15-0, and he's only got Hoshoru left to fight. But Trucker says, thank you for your hard work. Thank you, Trucker, for being a long time viewer. Easily ignored. Thank you for staying up late. Well, maybe you're not staying up late, but thank you for watching. Buddha asks, can you recommend anything for me to learn some Japanese basics? There's so many apps nowadays, Buddha, to be honest, that let you kind of learn how to speak, some easy phrases. There's some really good YouTube videos. Send me a DM and I can send you some that I use. I'm trying to think if I can just shout one out really quick here. There's one called, and I don't even know, it's called Human Japanese. Oh, and there it goes. Is it going to crop up again? Nope. Yeah, Human Jap HJ. That's one I like a lot. It really tailors to your level well. Yeah, those are kind of, that's just a dictionary. Duolingo is one that a lot of people use, but I have not really used it, so I can't endorse it a whole lot. But yeah, Japanese Pod 101, I think, is here on YouTube. They have some really good starter videos to learn your basic introduction phrases, your arigatos and konnichiwas. Yeah, have a look around and just Google most popular apps to learn Japanese. I'm sure you'll find some good stuff. But if anyone in the comments has one that's used, Hoshoru 5-1 against Onosato and 1 also 5-2 will be great around. Yeah, I think Hoshoru and Onosato will be a good rivalry, and I hope they both, they'll be a good Yokozuna team. I don't think anybody else is going to be Yokozuna for a while, so it'll just be the two of them. But Scott, thank you for coming on, even though it's early where you are. Thank you, Mr. Ruiz, for coming by. And everybody else that came by, left a comment, leave a thumbs up. 32 of you left a thumbs up. Thank you so much. And thank you for just sticking around the channel, even though there's not match coverage anymore. And coming by and checking out the Sumo Summary Show most nights. I think I missed one night this week, and so that's not bad for me. When is your next live stream, Trucker asks? I might do this again Sunday. No, that wouldn't make sense. Maybe Saturday night, the 24th, for day 14. We'll look at everything, kind of preview the final day. Yeah, that sounds doable. So let's plan that. Same time, probably 11:30 p.m. Japan time on Saturday night, the 24th, to get ready for Senshiraku on the 25th. That would be fun. And then, like I said, I'll probably do an unboxing in the middle. A few things in June, maybe, just to keep the channel pumping along. But then obviously our next spot show will be July. Okay. Thanks for saying have a good day at work. I hope I will. Gotta go get some sleep. Everybody take care. See you tomorrow. Peace.